Well, Harry and I had started the town with a load of potatoes. We came along the road from my place, and as we got here, I said, I'm going to see if I can't get Mr. John Wright to go on a party telephone with me. I'd asked him about it once before, but he put me off saying people talk too much anyway, and all he ever asked for was some peace and quiet. I guess you know how much of a talker he was himself, but I thought maybe if I came to his house and asked about it before his wife, though I said to Harry I didn't know that what his wife wanted made much of difference to John.
Let's talk about that later. I'd like to talk about that, but right now, just go on with what happened when you got to the house.
Well, I didn't hear or see anything. It was all quiet inside. I knocked at the door, and no one answered. I knew they must be up. It was past 8 o'clock, so I knocked again. I thought I heard someone say, "Come in." I wasn't sure. I'm still not sure, but I opened the door. This door, and there in that rocker sat Miss Wright.
What was she doing?
Well, she was rocking back and forth.
How did she look?
She looked queer.
What do you mean queer?
All done up and like she didn't know what she was going to do next.
How did she seem to feel about your coming?
I don't think she minded one way or another. She didn't pay much attention. I said, "How do you do, Miss Wright? It's cold, ain't it?" "Is it?" says she, went on pleating at her apron. I was surprised she didn't ask me to come to the stove or to sit down, but just sat there, not even looking at me. So I said to her, I said, "I want to see John." And she just laughed. I guess you could call it a laugh. I thought of Harry that came outside, so I said a bit more sharply, "Can't I see John?" "No," says she, kind of dull-like. "Why, ain't he home?" says I. "Yes, he's home," says she. "Then why can't I see him?" I asked out of patience. "'Cause he's dead." "Dead," says I. She just kept rocking back and forth, and I get a bit excited. I didn't know what to say, so I asked, "Where is he?" She just pointed up like that. I got up with the intentions of going out there, talk from here to there. And then I asked, I said, "Well, what did he die of?" She told me. She said, "He died of a rope around his neck." So I was going to go up there, but I thought I might need some help, so I went back outside and got Harry. We went up there. There he was, lying.
I prefer that we go into that upstairs, where you can point everything out to me. Right now, just go on with the story.
Well, my first thought was to get that rope off from around his neck. It looked. But Harry, he said, "Nope, he's dead all right, and we better not touch anything." So we went back downstairs, and there sat Miss Wright, not moved a bit. I said, "Has anybody been notified, Miss Wright?" "No," says she, unconcerned. Well, I didn't know what to say. Then Harry said, "Who did this, Miss Wright?" He said it business-like, and she stopped the pleat with her apron. "I don't know," says she. "You don't know," says I. "Weren't you sleeping in the same bed as him?" "I was on the inside," she said. "So someone came in your room, put a rope around your husband's neck, and strangled him to death, and you didn't wake up?" "I didn't wake up," says she. We must have sat there for a minute, not knowing what to say. And finally she broke the silence and said, "I sleep sound." Well, Harry thought we ought to ask her a few more questions, but I said no, we ought to let her tell the story to the sheriff or maybe the coroner. So he went outside and ran over to the Rivers place where there was a telephone and called for help.
What did she do when she saw you had gone to get the coroner?
Well, not much. She moved from that chair to this chair over here. Just sat there with her hands held together, looking down. I thought I ought to make some conversations. So I said, "I came to see if John wanted to put in the telephone with me." And she started to laugh, and then stopped, and looked at me, scared. That's all I know that you don't.